Hey guys, Willie here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new 2026 Acura Integra A-Spec Tech. And for those of you guys who don't know, Acura brought back the Integra for its 5th generation as a compact liftback after a 22-year hiatus back in 2023, with some updates this year for 2026. Inside, the Integra makes their previously optional 9-inch infotainment screen standard across all trims, and with a faster processor aimed to improve lag. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto also come standard now, as does a wireless phone charging pad, with the new interior trim and ambient lighting on the A-Spec and A-Spec Tech that we have here. Outside, the 2026 Integra adds a few new paint colors, and the A-Spec models receive a more aggressive body kit and new 18-inch wheels. Outside of the performance-oriented Type S we just reviewed in this channel, the 2026 Integra is available in 3 trim levels, all mate Acura's 1.5-liter turbo to the front wheels, either with a CVT transmission or an available 6-speed manual transmission that we have available on the A-Spec technology. Unfortunately, this specific A-Spec Tech does not have it available, but ranging from the $33,000 base up to the top $39,000 A-Spec Tech that you have here. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So the first thing you notice, we have the LED daytime running lights. They're not actually flickering in real life, just the way the camera picks up the LEDs, with the dual eye projectors for the high and low beam. Very nice looking headlight pattern, with the semi-updated grille, I believe, here also for 2026, available in body color trims with functional airflow in each corner, with airflow for the intercooler down below and radiator up top. Full front parking sensing, unfortunately no forward-facing camera or 360. It would be nice to have on the top A-Spec Tech. The Acura badge housing our advanced safety features. Speaking of the body kit, that's now a little bit more aggressive for the 2026 Integra A-Spec. You see those black fender or fins in each corner, Integra badging underneath the driver's side headlamp. No heat extractor like we just had on the Type S, but wouldn't be expected on the less aggressive A-Spec. We also get these updated 18-inch black wheels wrapped in Goodyear Assurance all-season tires. These are also new, I think, for 2026. They were previously wrapped in some type of Michelin. The dimensions here, our 235/40 R18. So a similar wheel and tire setup that we would have with a Honda Civic. A-Spec badge on the upper right fender area, aggressive rocker panel side skirts, smart access for the driver and a front passenger, and 2-tone colored mirrors with an LED turn signal on it, blind spot monitoring on the glass, black window trim, black pillars, and we get the sunroof here too, body color shark fin style antenna. I'll take a step back. Hopefully you guys can pick up the side profile here on the 2026 Integra A-Spec Tech with the same rear wheel and tire setup. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper. The gas cap is push to open with easy fill, 91 octane fuel recommended, 87 being the minimum. We get full LED taillights, turn signals and reverse lights, black deck lid spoiler, the LED third brake light with also a subtle deck lid spoiler on top of it. Full rear parking sensing. Shout out Moss Acura for helping make this review possible. Integra stamped underneath the passenger side taillight, Acura badge in the center, A-Spec on the upper right or upper left part of the trunk lid area. Semi-aggressive diffuser. I like the black contrast, not nearly as aggressive as the Type S we just reviewed, but again, wouldn't be expected. It is appreciated that we still get the dual exhaust tips. Speaking of the dual exhaust tips, let's fire up this 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine sold by Acura for the 2026 Integra. And it sounds okay, cranking out 200 horsepower, 192 pound-feet of torque, made it to either a CVT or a 6-speed manual transmission. If you go with the manual transmission, it adds a limited slip differential. But either way, center the power to the front wheels, you can expect around a 7-second 0 to 60 time, making it a solid performer, and you can shave about 2 seconds going with the Type S, but the Type S is only available with a 6-speed manual transmission. But what you see is basically what we get. We can shut this hood right down, take a step back, and walk around this 2026 Integra A-Spec Tech one more time. Let's take a step inside and see what we get with basically a top luxury trim for the 2026 Integra. We'll set the lights back to auto so the car's not yelling at me. We get soft touch materials up top, soft leatherette in the center, 2-person memory seats, aluminum door handle, ELS Studio 3D 16 speaker audio system, gushy soft leather armrest, 2-window auto one touch, power windows out rear, and 4-way adjustable mirrors. We get an A-Spec aluminum nameplate as we step inside, perforated leather seats with solid bolstering, contrast stitching, and some blue accents. We have lumbar control. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide the front seats, but taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. Also, one thing I'm noticing here that the Type S we just reviewed doesn't have, the passenger seat here also has power controls, and the Type S, the passenger seat is manual. The steering wheel here is leather, solid 10 and 2, perfect 9 and 3, rubberized horn area. The horn, loud and aggressive. People should be definitely getting out of your way. We don't get dual pane windows just like the Type S, but it's a thick single pane of glass. Satisfying click for the stocks, auto headlamps, auto high beams, fog lights, and auto rain sensing wipers, all appreciated features. Aluminum paddle shifters, volume and skip, voice commands, adjustments for the left side of the infotainment screen. We can go back to the previous screen. There we go. On the right side, we have 160 mile-an-hour speedometer. Looking at tire pressure, radar cruise control, lane keep assist with its adjustments, and we can adjust the right side of this digital gauge display and heads-up display as well. I'll leave it in tire pressure, heads-up display right up top, tilt and telescoping steering column. The steering wheel says A-Spec on it. You can turn off the traction control, some aluminum outside the air vents. Feel very premium. Hood latch release, and hopefully get a good look at the aluminum outline pedals. All soft touch trim for the dashboard. The 9-inch infotainment screen, which would have been standard on the A-Spec Tech anyway, is now standard across all trims. Unfortunately, no standard navigation system, but now we get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, also standard across all trims. Backup camera, high resolution, guidance lens, and trajectory. We get some different overall views too. Throwing back in the park, we return right back to the previous screen. More air vents, hazards, dual zone automatic front climate control, heated seats, recirculation and defrosters, USB-A and C port, 12-volt wireless phone charging pad, also standard across all trims. The gear selector mentioned controls the CVT transmission, drive mode selector with individual mode. The drive modes include sport, normal, and comfort. We'll start off in comfort, try out normal and sport, and just see what the differences are. Turn off the auto engine start stop, electronic parking brake with brake hold. The cup holders will fit 24 to 32 ounce bottles. This armrest, just like the Type S, is leather. Nice and comfortable. You'll fit 2 1-liter bottles of soda. Leather stitching continues. Glove box is damped. Not lined felt, pretty large. You'll fit 15 to 20 license plates. 6 Harry Potter books, should be able to fit 2 pairs of shoes. Frameless auto dimming rear view mirror with the auto dimming function you can disable. No garage home link settings, unfortunately. LED interior light. And we get a sunroof. It opens up pretty quickly. Sunglass holder. And poking away out of here, it's a pretty nice day today in Tampa, Florida. Sunny and 84 degrees according to this Integra A-Spec Tech. That's about it though, guys, for the front seat, at least, this 2026 Integra A-Spec Tech. Take a quick look at this window sticker, see any features I may have missed. With a platinum white pearl metallic paint color, that's a $600 option, our only option. Pause to take a look at all the rest of the standard features. $11.95 for the destination, totaling us out right under 41,000 bucks, averaging 32 combined miles per gallon, 29 in the city, 37 on the highway. We'll leave the shade open so when we hop out back, you guys can see how much light is brought into the cabin, but that's about it for the front seat, at least. This 2026 Acura Integra A-Spec Tech. Let's take a step out back, see how much space is offered back here, as well as the quality of the materials. So just hard plastic up top, leatherette in the center, and a gushy soft leather armrest, aluminum door handle, and 2 speakers on the door panel. The padding does not go out to the door frame, but the seats have this leather trim on them. And taking a step out into this back seat, I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall. Sitting behind my seat settings, I have about 2 inches of knee room, headroom, about ½ an inch to an inch, so a little bit more headroom compared to the Type S we reviewed in this channel. Interesting, I'm not exactly sure why. We still get the map pocket behind the passenger, not behind the driver. USB-C ports, but unfortunately no air vents. There is something going on under the front seat, but at this price point, it would be nice to get something to blow directly into our face. We have grab handles for both of the rear passengers, but only the driver's side gets a hook for a suit or a dress. And unlike the Type S, we actually have a center console armrest here. You'll fit a 32 and 24 ounce bottle, and it's cushy, soft. The interior lights back here are also LED. Cool. That's about it for the second row of the 2026 Integra A-Spec Tech. Let's take a step out in the cargo space, see how much space is offered back here, and then take this 2026 Integra A-Spec Tech out for a drive. So we get the ELS Studio 3D subwoofer in the corner, a large cargo space. I'll leave a link right here to show you exactly how much there is with the second row up and down. I like how Acura gives us this cargo net, perfect for groceries not flying around. And we can pop open the secret storage with quite a bit of it. I'll try to see if there's a spare tire. Doesn't appear to have one, but these tires should be run flat. That's about it though, guys, for the cargo space. We'll shut this hatch right up, walk around this 2026 Integra A-Spec Tech one more time. I really do think that Acura knocked it out of the park when it came to the exterior styling of this vehicle. I do wish we had multiple engine options across all trims. It kind of sucks that we have to go all the way to the Type S to get some type of upgraded engine option. A detuned 2-liter turbo or the 2.4-liter being an option would be a really good addition for the Integra in my opinion. But with the 1.5-liter turbocharged powertrain made to the CVT transmission in the basically top of the line A-Spec Tech for 2026, let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2026 Acura Integra A-Spec Tech. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions, though, very similar seating position to the Type S and to be expected. The steering is not nearly as weighted, but it's still very sharp and direct. Brakes feel good. Throttle response is okay, not amazing. We're in comfort mode right now. About third throttle. Not bad at all for comfort mode. And the ride quality is good. Very comfortable vehicle to drive. Steering comfort is really light, but sharp and direct. Let's change the pace, try out Sport. Then we'll finish it off in normal mode. But Sport, we lose a ratio in our CVT. Brakes feel about the same, and the steering does feel like it gets a little bit more weighted. Throttle response in Sport is definitely sharper. Good ride quality. Definitely more aggressive throttle tuning in Sport mode, but it feels good. Steering. Woo! Nimble vehicle. We can try it out in Sport shifts, and that makes the transmission even more aggressive. See how the manual ratios are. Pretty quick to shift, but doesn't really do a whole lot because, again, this is a CVT transmission. And these manual shifts, as you throttle in and out, you can hear the blow off pretty noticeably. Looks like a good opportunity to try one out off the line, and I'll catch right back with you. All right, guys, taking a step out here. Woo! Yeah, the ratios, they shift very quickly. And this thing accelerates, I think, quicker than I remember it. Gets up and goes very well. Woo! Nimble. Throwing it in faster than we should. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, this thing gets up to highway speeds really quickly. Whew, you can hear that sticker on the side of the car struggling to grip. But hopefully you get a good idea of the performance. No, it's not a Type S, but it can get up and go very well. We'll take it out of Sport mode, finish the review off in normal. And now at highway speeds, doesn't take a lot of throttle to keep this thing moving. Doesn't make a lot of road noise or wind noise. The road noise, yeah, you still hear a little bit, but we heard more in the Type S with the more aggressive tires and suspension. And with the ELS 3D audio system, 16 speakers and a subwoofer, you won't have any issues drowning out any of the noise that may even find its way creeping in. And again, this is concrete pavement. No complaints with the interior isolation. Steering feels sharp and direct, even in normal mode. It Felt a little bit better in sport, but it feels perfectly fine and normal. Brakes are very responsive, but still smooth. Same with the Type S. It was more aggressive, but they did a very good job tuning it so that it doesn't feel like you're flying through the windshield with light applications. Throwing it in quicker than we should on the gas. And you hear a nice blow off as you let off of the throttle. Brakes feel good. One more time, throwing it in. Quicker than we should. Body roll is limited. Good power, good response, and isolation is very solid with quite a bit of options and features. I will have a couple of complaints. Outside of potentially having a couple of different engine options, which is not a legitimate complaint because get a different vehicle if you don't like this engine. I wish we had ventilated seats at this price point. I wish we had rear air vents. I think that those aren't outrageous complaints considering a base price of $40,000, over $40,000 after destination. They have ventilated seats within their lineup, maybe not in the Integra lineup, but they can add ventilated seats into this vehicle, and they can definitely add rear air vents. You throw those two things in, this is 100% worth the money. Without those two features, it's kind of hard to justify over $41,000 to $45,000 for this vehicle out the door. I'd recommend sticking to either a regular A-Spec or stick to the base model. If you do go for an A-Spec technology, I'd recommend going for a manual transmission. If you're okay with the CVT transmission, I'd recommend saving a few $1,000s. But either way, those are my only complaints with this vehicle. It drives so nice. We get auto headlamps, auto high beams, fog lights, auto rain sensing wipers, a responsive turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, a great steering rack, a comfortable suspension, good interior isolation, a booming 16-speaker audio system, and a beautiful exterior styling. If that's what you're looking for, guys, and you're okay with spending $40,000 for it, I would 100% recommend checking out the 2026 Integra A-Spec Tech. But at $34,000, $33,000 for the base price, the base model has all the options and features that you could possibly want or need. With the A-Spec at around $36,000, upgrading the looks, styling, and a few features, this A-Spec Tech, I would recommend checking it out with the manual, but with the CVT transmission, I recommend sticking to one of the lower trims. And a big thanks to Loren and the rest of the management and staff here at Moss Acura in North Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to our inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium car or SUV in the Tampa Bay area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Loren. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too, it really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.